Cook, Won't Cook. I'm Tony Tobin, and it's my turn to transform two non-cooks into two great cooks. So let's meet the first couple who want to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. We've got Margaret Dewdney and Karen Mullen. They're mother and daughter from Surf East London, and you're both housewives. So very, very busy, because, you know, us men, we don't really understand how much work's involved. No. Not until you have children and you have to look after them, and then all the washing and the ironing. I know all about that recently. Anyway, Margaret, earlier on, I asked Carol why she nominated you, and this is what she said.
I've nominated my mum because I'm 37 years old now, and I would just like to taste a meal that my mum has made, and which is edible. She tried rice pudding, and she put in too much rice, and you could have serviced the road with it, or too much milk, and she had to sieve it before she could serve it. I've seen dinners on the floor and even sliding down the walls. So, Tony, I think this will be a lesson to remember.
Margaret, dinners sliding down the walls? You threw the dinners at the walls?
No, my husband did. He didn't like them. Couldn't eat them.
Oh, dear. Well, look. We're going to sort you out today, don't worry, but it's time to meet the second couple that's going to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. How you doing? Hello. Nice to see you. This is Bill Parry and Gloria Parry, husband and wife from Sutton Coldfield. Yes. Bill is retired and Gloria is a housewife also, so you work very hard too. Now, welcome to the show. How are you feeling about the show? Relaxed?
A bit nervous now.
A bit nervous because
I've been all right up to now.
Because I hear that you're not much of a cook.
No.
No. I asked Gloria why she nominated you a bit earlier on, and this is what she said about you.
Well, Bill and I have been married for over 40 years, and not once has he cooked me a meal. Now, he's one of the greatest DIY men around the house. And at the moment, he's rebuilding the kitchen from scratch. But I just wish he would swap his toolbox and pick up a saucepan. So please, Tony, help me.
Well, Bill, I think you're getting a bit of a bum deal here, because has she ever put up a shelf?
No.
Hey? She ever, you know, made anything for you out of wood, picked up your toolbox?
No.
OK, well...
I've painted.
Yeah, she's done a bit of decorating.
Oh, she's done a bit of decorating. OK, well, look, we're going to sort you out today. But I think it's time to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Put your hats on and come in. Put your hats on, put your hats on, put your hats on. Get your hats on. Are you feeling confident?
I'll have a go at anything.
I'll have a go at anything. How are you doing there? All right?
Fine, thank you.
You look lovely. Come in. How are you feeling?
Fine, thank you.
All right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And we're gonna cook something nice, but we're gonna have lots of fun.
Right, mate.
Yeah?
Yep.
So I think it's time to reveal the meal. What do you think about that? What are you laughing at?
Go on.
This is a lovely millefeuille of chocolate and chocolate sauce. Simple, isn't it? And a nice little pattern on top.
Lovely, very nice.
What do you think?
It looks nice.
Do you think you can do that?
No,
yes.
but we'll have a go.
Yes,
You can do that. She's very confident. You can do
We'll
it?
try, yeah. I'll have a go.
Well, let's rattle those pots and pans. Right, stand by your beds. The first thing we've got to do is to take our pastry, and we're making it nice and simple for you today. You're right there, nice and simple. It's ready rolled, so we just have to unroll it, cut it in half, exactly in half. Okay, and we're only going to use one half here. Okay, so I want you to cut that half in half again, straight down. And then I want you to cut that into 4 pieces, so we've got 8 rectangles altogether. Okay? Try and get them all so they're the same size. Should be easy. Okay, let's take the baking trays. And I think we'll just cook 4 of these. So if you just place 4 of them onto the baking tray, in between these 2 moulds that you've got here, and I'll explain why.
Whoops.
Just use 4 of them. And the reason we've put these little moulds here, you can use egg cups or anything, is because we're going to put a baking sheet on the top of that. And when cooking with puff pastry, it's really nice if you can get a lid on the top, so when the pastry rises, it hits the lid and it all stays nice and flat. OK, and then pop it into the oven. On the top shelf,
Oh,
in
the
the
oven.
oven. That's it, that's the oven there. You're doing great. You're doing great.
They
OK.
look the same, don't they?
They all look the same,
They
yeah.
look the same.
It's just one's a little bit shorter and it has those bars in the top. It's called
There's
a grill.
another one there.
It's called a grill. You'll probably have to put one in your kitchen when you're
Yeah,
sort of
very
making
likely.
it, starting from scratch. OK, so you'll see there's some milk in a pan here. I just need you to turn that on, and we're going to make the filling for our chocolate millefeuille. That's it. You can take your hand off now.
I beg your pardon.
So we're going to have trouble with you. So we need to separate the egg whites from the yolks, because we just want the yolk. OK, so just passing it between the shell.
I just want the yolk.
We want 2 yolks into the big bowl. I didn't make myself very clear, did I, Margaret?
No, it's all right now.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
all
yeah,
right now,
yes,
are we?
yeah,
We're back
well,
on
yeah.
track.
Yes.
Whoops.
You all right there?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
try and sort of just keep the yolks in the bowl. You're concentrating, aren't you, Margaret? You're just concentrating, aren't you?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
concentrating very hard,
Don't
Tony.
be afraid of it.
No, I'm not. I'm not afraid of an egg. No.
Oh, good. This is my show. Right, and then you'll see in this little bowl you've got some cocoa powder.
so. Oops, don't want that.
Add that to the yolk and some sugar. And then you've got some corn flour here, and I want you to add a tablespoonful, a heaped tablespoonful, OK, into there. You've got a whisk there, and if you just whisk that round, OK, and then we need to add our milk to that slowly, a little bit at a time, but keep whisking, because we don't want any lumps. Do we, Margaret?
No. I've got a lump of wheat in the middle.
Hey? Carol, she's not started off very well, has she?
Have we got to get all this in there?
Hey, yeah, put it all in.
I haven't got any lumps.
And then we need to put it back. Once you've whisked all the lumps out of it, like mine, you want to put it back in the pan and then turn the heat up. And then keep whisking it. Right, now you need to whisk it until it comes back to the boil. You see, when it comes back to the boil,
Yeah.
it'll go really, really thick, and that's when you give it a good beating to get rid of all the lumps. How you doing? Get it? Keep it on the stove.
Okay?
Keep it on the stove. Keep it on the stove. Yeah. That's okay. Keep whisking. Keep whisking. And we need to cook it out for a couple of minutes just to take away that nasty sort of uncooked raw corn flour flavour. Right. So now just turn the gas down a little bit, because we can leave it for a few minutes then at that stage to cook out. And then we need to get orange. You've got an orange here and a grater on a plate. And we just need to grate the zest using this one, OK? This one here.
Oh, it's exciting.
Can you see that? And I just want the zest. I don't want any of the pith, OK, underneath it. Just the zest. So sort of a couple of grates and then turn it round. And this is just going to add a slight flavour to our chocolate, because chocolate and orange really goes nice together. Don't you agree, Margaret?
Yes, it's
Chocolate and
lovely,
orange.
yeah.
It is. It's a lovely mixture. Isn't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Steady on, mate. Steady on.
What's happening?
You weren't
Think of
listening to me. What I said was, if you just grate it a couple of times and then
Yeah.
turn it round, because we just want the zest. All right? OK. Then we need to knock that off. And you'll see in your little troughs you've got a little pastry brush. Yours is over there. And we can just brush all that orange zest off there. give our pastry cream a final mix round, and then I want you to add the zest into the pastry cream. Okay, so we're just going to whisk that zest into there, and then what I want you to do is to take your spatula and then scrape your pastry cream into the bowl that you've got here on the ice, because we need that to cool down very quickly. Okay, just get all that in there. Obviously, if you're going to do this at home, if you're doing this at home, you can do this in advance, let it cool down, but don't put it in the fridge when it's hot, because that's very dangerous. What it does is warms up the fridge, and chances are that everything else will go off or bacteria will start to grow, so we don't do that. Always let it cool before you put it in the fridge. Carol, is this an improvement on the rice pudding?
It is.
It is.
Already, yeah.
Well, you'll tell me later when you eat it. Okay, just wipe your boards down, get rid of the mess, keep it nice and clean, just how I like it. And we're going to make a chocolate sauce. So we need to take our little pan, put it onto the gas. The gas is already lit. Okay, and we're going to make a syrup. You've got a jug of water, which you put in, and some sugar. And we need that to come to the boil. But while we're waiting for that to come to the boil, we'll just check on our pastry. Oven cloth, very good. There's some mix there,
Sorry.
if you prefer. Just bring that to the front and have a look at that. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's reason.
Fantastic. Do you like that? Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Thank you. Round of applause. Okay, we can just pop those onto your board and then put your tray out the way. Okay, so you can see that syrup is now coming up to the boil.
Yes.
So we need to take our chocolate and chop it.
Just chop it, chop it.
Yeah, I'll show you. We get a knife.
Right, yeah.
Keeping your fingers out the way and just cut it up like this.
Okay.
Keep your fingers out the way.
Yeah.
What you doing? Who said you could eat some?
Chop
Who
it.
said you could eat some? You just
No.
changed the recipe.
No, it'll be all right.
Oh, it'll be all right. Okay, right, I want you to take the...
No.
Right, can we put our chocolate, what we've got left of it, take it off the stove.
Yep.
Bring it here. Bring it here. Okay, we need to just drop the chocolate into that syrup now. We're going to make a lovely chocolate sauce. And we're going to make it even richer by adding some of this butter. Or all of this butter. And then just give it a good mix around. In fact, if you get your whisk back, it might be easier to use the whisk. Give it a good whisk.
That's it, eh?
No, the whisk you...
I got rid of that.
What do you mean you got rid of it? Where did you get rid of it?
All right.
That's it. Just give it a good whisk.
Oh dear.
Keep it whisking. There's a lot of whisking in this recipe, isn't it, Bill? He's a troublemaker, really, isn't he?
Yeah,
Please, I'm a chocoholic.
definitely.
You're a chocoholic. Now he tells me. Now he tells me. So it's good chocolate, isn't it?
It's quite nice.
It's good, nice and strong. I'm just
Yeah,
going
it's brilliant.
to pop that back onto the heat, but don't boil it because the sauce may curdle, which means the butter will separate from the chocolate and we'll end up with the right mess. So we have a nice sort of thick chocolate sauce there. Have you got a nice thick chocolate sauce there?
Yes.
Bill, you got a nice thick
Yeah,
chocolate
it's
sauce
still a
there?
bit runny, look.
Is it? I wonder why yours is a bit runny. Nothing to
don't
do
know.
with all that
I don't
chocolate you
know.
ate and changed the recipe.
No.
Okie dokie, you've got some double cream here. Little pot of double cream. We're just going to whisk it up. till it becomes
It's
nice
already open.
and stiff. So just get the whisk in there, figure of 8.
Figure of 8.
Need it nice and stiff because we're going to fold it through our pastry cream just to make it a bit lighter. So keep whisking. You do that figure of 8, you can tap your foot at the same time and get a
I don't know.
bit of a
Figure
disco
of, it
going.
reminds me when I'm at school, this does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
Well, we used to have cookery lessons at school.
And what did you cook at these cookery lessons at school?
Scones.
Scones. Did they turn out all right? What were they
No,
like?
they were hard.
Rock cakes. Rock cakes, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum used to make those. Sorry, Mum. OK,
Right.
now, there is a little bit of a problem when you over whip cream. It kind of turns into butter.
Oh, that's what's happened
Well
there.
done.
That's what's happening there. Thought it was a bit of pudding. You don't stand by your board there.
I
Well,
thought they were doing good there.
I thought you were doing good too.
Yeah,
Obviously, I've got to keep
come
an eye on
on.
you. You need to take the pastry cream and add it to your beautifully whipped cream using the spatula. Right. Yeah.
Some of
It's,
it, or all of it. Would it be any good?
Would you just listen? Just hang on a minute and just listen to me. Unfortunately, we can't save this,
No.
but you're going to have to use it anyway.
Right.
Right?
like how-
This is the pastry cream. That's
What's
the
that?
chocolate sauce, right?
Yep. Put it back there.
Exactly. So we just need to fold that cream through that pastry cream until it becomes a nice, light chocolate cream.
Want the chocolate in there?
How you doing?
Thanks.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine,
yeah.
that's fine.
It's gone hard, look.
Let's go on, mix it through, mix it through. If you need be, get your whisk out again. You can get a whisk in it, that'll be fine. Give it a good mix.
I'll go and paint it back to painting and decorating.
That's it, get it nicely incorporated through.
I can't serve this to my wife.
Hey?
I'll
Give
give
it
that
here.
to my wife. Look.
Why not? What's wrong
I'll
with
give
that?
it to the audience.
That's not very nice, is it? Look,
Is that eatable now?
of course it's... Listen,
Yeah.
No.
That looks all right, that does.
no 11. Thanks, mate. That's why I'm standing in the middle.
Yes, great.
How you doing? You're a star. You're a star. OK, so now we need to fill our little pastries. Just cut them in half, keeping your little pinkies out the way, all right? So we need 4 halves. OK, then take some of this wonderful chocolate pastry cream and put a spoonful onto the top of one of the pieces.
Right.
OK, and then I want you to put, once you've got the spoonful on, put another piece of pastry on top and just gently press it down. Another spoonful, and we're going to build up 4 layers. All the way up to the top. Bill, whoa, 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 look. Look. Can you see a difference there? Is your
Yep.
kitchen upside down?
No, no, no. There you go.
That's better. Are all the doors the same size in that
Yes,
kitchen?
it's
Yeah?
smashing.
So we're finishing off with the top one nice and flat, right? And as you can see, they're all the same size. And then we're going to just do the topping. So we need to get our chocolate sauce back onto the heat now because we need to melt it quite quickly. If you just take a spoonful of the sauce and then
Oh, that's really nice.
spoon it on the top, or 2 spoons if it takes, onto the top, and then just spread it out very, very neatly. Don't worry if it runs down the side. And then, while the chocolate's still warm, if you take the piping bag And that's fine. Take the piping bag and just pipe some lines straight across the top, lengthways. Okay, and once you've... You didn't lick that spoon by any chance, did
I'll
you?
put it for washing up now.
Get your icing on.
Well, my icing's coming out
That's
the other
it.
end.
Nice long lines across the top. And then if you just move your knife one way.
That's good. Oh, come on, ice. It's coming out the other end. It's all right, dear. There you go.
What have you done, Margaret?
I squeeze it too hard.
Is that what it is? It looks great.
Oh, Mamma mia.
Bill, that looks
What's happened to
absolutely
the thing that was
fantastic.
there so we can have a look at what we're trying to
Don't worry,
make?
look, now you need to move the knife that way and then
Yep.
back that way across. What do you think?
I think I'll do the cooking.
Right, then we're going to need to get our plates up. Get our plates. That's it. Yours is across there.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
And we just need to spoon a little bit of this chocolate sauce into the centre of the plate. Spread it out using the base of our spoon.
Middle of the plate.
I can see what you're doing, Bill. I can see what you're doing out the side of my eye.
Oh, spoon.
Do you want to go and work for him?
No. Can I stay on this end?
Put some more on, put some more on.
Yeah.
Give it plenty. OK, then we're going to put our milfoil into the centre of the sauce. And then you'll see you've got a fork. You got a fork?
Yes.
Yep.
Right, I want you to get a fork, and if you've got a spoon, there's a spoon for you. OK, have you got a spoon over there? Get yourself a fork and a spoon. And then you've got icing sugar in a shaker here. I want you to shake that all round the plate. Like that. OK? Then I want you to put the fork and the spoon onto the plate. Like that. And then you've got some cocoa, which I want you to put into this little tea strainer. And I want you to shake that all round the plate too. Covering the spoon and the fork. Like that. And that's going to make a wonderful decoration. Then you remove the spoon and remove the fork. And there we have our chocolate milfoil.
It's all gone solid.
What are you doing?
It
That's all right,
slipped.
Danny.
What slipped?
The cocoa.
I thought you were writing your name in it or something. It's time to tickle those taste buds. Put your plates down. Well, Carol, how do you think she did?
I think she's really done well.
She
really
has done
proud
well,
of her,
hasn't she?
yeah.
Well, you
That's
should be
lovely.
proud of her. And Gloria, what do you think of Bill?
Not bad.
Not bad.
No,
I
but
think he's
I'll
done
do
very
the
well.
cooking.
Oh, you're going to do the cooking. OK, well, let's get the blindfolds on.
Thank you.
I'm just going to cut this up. OK, Carol, I'm going to come to you first with plate number 1. Open. Close. I love desserts, they're so messy. And now, Gloria, I'm going to come to you
Yes.
with plate number 1. Open. That's it. All right. Taste those flavours, all those textures.
Taste is quite good.
Right, Carol. Plate number 2. Open. Wow. And Gloria, plate number 2. Think of those flavours, all the textures again. Chocolatey. All right, take your blindfolds off. Carol, was it plate number 1 or plate number 2?
Plate number 1.
Right.
Oh, I thought plate number 2.
Can I just say they've chosen their opposite partners?
Yes.
So that means that I have to choose, which is the job that I hate doing, but there has to be a winner. So I'm going to take it back to, I'm not going to taste them, I'm going to take it back to how we worked and the presentation. And so, Bill, you kind of pastries were different sizes. You know, you weren't very careful when you cut them up. You dreadfully overwhipped the cream, which I had to come and then help you out and get it back together. And so I think today's winner, I'm going to give it to Margaret. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Pat.
Well done. She did well. She did all right, didn't she? You should be very proud of her. Well, Margaret, this is what you've won. You get to keep your hat and you get to keep your coat. You also get chef's knives, chopping board, a saucepan and a set of cookery books to get you started. And you don't go away empty-handed because you get this wonderful bottle of Can't Cook, Won't Cook champagne.
Oh, thanks very much.
Round of applause,
Thank you.
please. Bill, what can I say?
You realise, don't you, this keeps me out of the kitchen.
It keeps you. Well, that's what you wanted,
Yeah,
wasn't
my
it?
friend for life, you
You're
know.
not out of the kitchen yet. You don't go away empty-handed because you get to keep your chef's hat and your chef's jacket, and you also get a set of cookery books, so to get you into the kitchen and dapple a bit. And you get a bottle of Can't Cook, Won't
great.
Cook
Thank
champagne.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much for
very
being on the show. I've really enjoyed it. Well, that's all we've got time for today, but join us again soon for more fun in the kitchen on Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Come in.